friends, welcome back to Simplified by Singham. Welcome to our Python beginner series. So in today's exercise, it is super interesting because we are going to write a Python program that finds the largest value among the numbers. And this is exercise 6, and trust me, by the end of this video, you will not only know how to solve this problem, but also understand the step-by-step flow chart of how Python makes the decision. So before we jump into code, let's look at the flowchart because flowcharts help us visualize the logic like a roadmap. And here we start with taking three inputs A, B, and C. And first we compare A with B. If A is greater than B, then we check if A is greater than C. If yes, then we say that A is the largest, or else we say that the C is the largest. But if it's not A greater than B, then we compare B and C. Then if B greater than C, then we display B, else we display C. And then we end the program. Simple, right? Step by step, we eliminate until we find the biggest number. Now let's write this in Python. Always take inputs. A equal to input. Enter the first number. Enter the second number. And also enter the third number. Obviously, here we are doing mathematical calculations, so I will do it float. You can give int, it's your choice, but I'm giving it float. Same thing. Now we check the conditions based on the flowchart. So if you observe the flowchart, if A is greater than B, then you check if A is greater than C, right? Okay. So if A is greater than B, then you say that if A is greater than C. Now you check whether A is greater than C or not. If A is greater than C, then you will just create a variable called largest and you store A here. Else you store largest. Okay. And what else? If A is greater than B is false, then you will check B greater than C. So if B is greater than C, you display B, else you display C. So if B greater than C, largest equal to B, else largest equal to C. And then you will just print the largest number. So print the largest number is largest. Okay, and now let's check by giving the inputs. So maybe A value is 10 and B value is 7 and C value is maybe 12. Okay. So now A value is 10, B value is 7 and C value is 12. So is 10 greater than 7? Is 10 greater than 7? True. And now it goes here. Is 10 greater than 12? Is 10 greater than 12? No, this is false. Actually, here it will be C. That is why tracing is really important. Now the computer goes to the else part, and obviously, if A is greater than C is false, then the largest will be C. So that is what we are printing here. Okay. So the largest will be C. So this is how you have to trace by giving the numbers, by giving some conditions. What if A is greater than B? What if B is greater than A and C? And what if C is greater than A and B? So if you give multiple conditions and multiple cases, then you will understand up to what extent you have to solve a particular problem, or up to what extent you have to write a code to solve that particular problem. Once again, so let's break this down briefly. So first we take three inputs from the user and we are converting them to float so we can handle decimals. And then comes to the logic. If A is greater than B, then Python checks if A is greater than C. If yes, then the largest will be A, else the C will be the bigger. But what if A is not greater than B? So now the computer goes to else part and it will compare B with C. If B is greater than C, then the largest will be B. Otherwise, C will be the largest. Finally, we print the result. And let's test it quickly. What if the first number is 10 and the second number is 25 and the third number is 50? The largest is 25. Good job. And also, in order to handle the decimals, let's give the, inside the brackets. And let's try again. You can get 12, 10, 7. So it is handling decimals perfectly. So that's really an awesome job. And you just learned how to compare three numbers step by step in Python. Always try to visualize before coding. And if you found this video helpful, do me a small favor, hit that like button, share it with a friend who is learning Python, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel so you don't miss the next exercise. Because trust me, every video takes you one step closer to becoming a confident Python programmer. See you in the next one, and until then, keep coding and keep growing.